welcome back. It's nice to see you again. Today I'm going to be talking about 1930s sewing projects that I'm currently working on. They're all going to be done for a particular holiday that I'm having later on in the year, where I'm going to Seville in Spain for the first time. I'm so excited. And the 1930s lends itself very well to going, holidaying clothes, because it was a time when people could go on holiday. It kind of started within the Victorian times with the expansion of the railway, and people could then get away from their homes and go somewhere else and holiday. During that time, obviously, it was more restricted to actually doing it within your own country. But during the 1930s, that expanded with ocean liners and aeroplanes, although commercial aeroplanes weren't so big during that kind of came a bit later on. But if you had a lot of money, you could pay for that. So you could go across to the south of France or Spain or whatever and get a lovely suntan. So during the 1930s, women's fashion for that particular holiday period then became what's known as cruise wear or leisure wear or kind of holiday wear, beach wear. There was kind of a whole kind of variety of different fashions and trends that you could follow. So I'm basically going to be creating a few bits that I can take with me to Seville, because they're not really the sort of thing I would normally wear at home, because it doesn't normally get that hot. Let's fingers crossed that it will get that hot this year and I can actually wear them earlier in the summer, but we will see. So I have a few projects kind of planned, both with sewing and crocheting. So I will be taking this jumper, which I have literally just finished. If you saw my first vintage crochet podcast, you would have seen this in bits, but it's just been finished and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It fits me really well. It's gonna kind of go with this little capsule wardrobe that I'm going to be making, because of the colours really. I mean, this is classic navy and red, and then I have a white skirt on, which you can't actually see. There you go, you can see the inside of it. Yeah, so that will mix and match with a few other bits that I'm going to have. So the first thing that I'm actually going to make is a little top. And if you saw my last video, which was about what the vintage haul that I kind of got at the Vintage Bazaar, you would have seen this pattern, because I picked this one up for that particular pattern there. So I'm going to use that pattern, and what I'm actually going to be making is, now I've got it in a book, so I've got this, which is called the 1930s, and it's fashion source books. There's a whole collection of these of all different eras, but of course I've got the 1930s ones. I've got loads of books like this, but I spotted that top there, if you can see that, and it has rope around the top of it, and I thought that would be a great way to kind of replace the top bit here, and just kind of make it a little bit more 30s. And so I bought the most amazing fabric. I absolutely love this fabric. It is a great fabric, and it's from Fabric Godmother. I've bought a few bits from them before, but this is quite stunning. Look at that. It's sailboats. It's so 30s, because this kind of capsule wardrobe, they tended to go for the nautical look. They love the nautical look. So I thought that as that top with rope around the top to make it more 30s, and so I bought 3 lots of rope because I had literally no idea what width I needed, and I got these all from a German company which are actually called Fabrics UK, but they're based in Germany for some reason. I don't know why they call it that. So I've got that one, and a really thick one, which is probably way too thick, but I'm going to use this for a bag handle. I thought this would be a brilliant bag handle, so I'm going to use the medium one, which is quite nice. It's kind of like a basket weave almost. It's really, really nice, and I thought that would look so nice. Let me pop that down there at the top of that. So let me just tie it into a bow. There we go. There, wouldn't that look so, so lovely? So that's going to be a really, really easy project to do. It's just kind of a very, very basic shape, and just sort of thread, kind of sewing a bit around the top to thread that through. And yeah, as you can tell, I like bows. They're a big 30s things, but I've always loved bows anyway. Yeah, so that's the top, and then I'm going to make a pair of shorts. Oh, let me just take it out of the packet. So this was from a vintage pattern lending library, and it's a reproduction one of an original pattern, which is, hopefully the light won't shine on it too much. If you can see that, you see those shorts there. So that's the pattern I'm going to use, and I was going to literally do it in that pattern, and I've already made, let me pull this up here, so I've already made a toile, a mock-up, whatever you want to call it, of the shorts, and they fit me perfectly. I mean, they need to be shortened from this because they're a bit long, but yeah, they're really, really good sizing, and they have buttons down there and down that side, and I've spotted some white buttons that have anchors on them that are vintage buttons. I've spotted them somewhere, I can't remember where it was, and I'm going to get them because I thought they would look really nice on the fabric that I'm actually going to use for the shorts, which is this lovely red, which is from Acorn Classic Fabrics, which is, it's a menswear fabric shop, you know, sort of classic, really, really classic things like chinos and suits and shirts and that kind of thing. And this was a little bit more than I had planned to spend. This was actually £30 including postage, which is quite a lot, but it is beautiful quality, absolutely beautiful quality. And yeah, I'm going to be making it in those shorts, but I'm going to actually adjust them slightly. So I will put a picture up there in a second and show you this particular pair of shorts that, I can't think what her name is, I should have written it down. Allure Original Styles. So they are on Etsy if you go look for Allure Original Styles, but I'll put the link below. She actually makes beautiful clothes, but she made this particular pair of shorts, and I absolutely love the detailing on it. So what I'm probably going to do is reduce the 2 pleats on each side to 1 pleat, and then put the little pockets on like she's got, and put white tape on there, and then white buttons with the anchors on. Yeah, because I like to go over the top with nautical. Yeah, so that's the first little outfit. Apologise for slamming that down. And then the other outfit is based on, now, if you saw my last video, you'll know that I am a vintage sewing pattern nerd, and I collect vintage sewing pattern magazines. So this is Record Fashions, and it's a British version of an Austrian magazine from the 1930s, and this one is from July 1938. It's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely stunning outfits. And I purchased this a while ago. There is actually, I'm going to put a link to a blog post on my blog, which actually has some of the photographs from here in it, so you can see those. But what I haven't put on the blog is the fact that I also have the Austrian version of it, which I suddenly found on eBay, I think it was, and I was just like, oh my god, that is the same magazine. Oh wow, I must have it. I must have it. So of course I bought it. But what was even more brilliant inside was the original pattern sheet. Now these are amazing. These were often offered within 1930s magazines. I've never seen them in any other eras of magazines, but they are humongous. I have to go really careful because it's really delicate. And I'm going to get it all photocopied. But can you see that? Can you see how huge that is? You probably can't see at all. It is massive. And you see how complicated that is. Now every single one of those lines represents, oh my goodness, apologise. Oh dear, I apologise. I'm going to keep saying I apologise. There we go. Right, let's just forget that. Yeah, every single one of those lines represents a line actually on a pattern piece, so you can trace off each one. So yeah, I'm going to get it photocopied because I don't really want to do it on the original because it's too delicate. But what it has on there is one particular pattern that I want to use for a pair of beach pyjamas. I don't have any beach pyjamas and they're just so wonderful. They are in here. There's a lovely picture of that. Right, I'm going to use the other one. I'm going to use the Austrian one because that one's a bit ripped. Oh, I say ripped, it's only a tiny little bit that's ripped. Let me just, sorry. There you go. Can you see them? That's the pattern. Isn't that amazing? And what I'm going to do is actually do a crisscross across there rather than that sort of open back, and then have it coming up a bit further like that so that I can wear a strapless bra underneath because I can't go without. But yeah, I want to kind of make these pockets on there and everything, and look how wide they are. Just gorgeous. And I love that one too, but I particularly like that one. I want one without kind of lots of sleeves and everything. I just want it nice and open so it's nice and cooling. And the fabric that I'm going to make it on, now it's taken me a hell of a long time to actually decide on the fabric, and I've had hundreds and hundreds of different fabric samples sent through the post, which I tend to do quite a lot. I must spend an absolute fortune on fabric samples. It's ridiculous, but I'm very, very particular. I will only ever use the exact right fabric. So yeah, I did find it eventually, and I found it in a really, really unusual place. And I suggest you go and have a look at their stuff. Right, excuse me while I just go down here. There we go. So, the fabric is that. Isn't it beautiful? It's cotton linen, and it is from Sea Salt. Yes, the clothing company Sea Salt, based in Cornwall and around the UK. They have lots of shops, and they now sell fabric, and they sell it in either 1 meter, 3 meter or 5 meter, and you literally just buy it in a bag and that's it. But I absolutely love it. It's a tiny little bit, you possibly can't see that, but it's a tiny little bit see-through, but it's not too bad. It'd be all right with, you know, sort of nude underwear underneath. So this complies with Sea Salt's ethical standing. Basically, they are a company who try and source fabrics and have things sewn in a more ethical manner than a lot of companies. They have a lot of association with the Soil Association, and sort of make sure that like cotton is grown ethically. And this one was actually from India, so yeah, it's nice to know that it's all ethical, because that's a big kind of thing for me. I like to use fabric from ethical sources. Generally, you know, vintage fabric, which is brilliant, is from ethical sources, obviously, because you can't get it anywhere else and it's been around for years. the other two, obviously the sailboat and the red, I particularly love them, and sometimes you just have to give in, unfortunately. You can't get ethical stuff from everywhere. And anyway, so what I'm going to do is that, so that's, let me put it up against the fabric. So it's navy when the light doesn't shine on it. So that'll be for the belt buckle, whatever. And I've got some beautiful Art Deco Bakelite buttons in yellow, which will look fabulous on there because they're exactly the same colour yellow. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think I picked these up at Shep de Mallet Flea Market, which again I go to a lot. I love how they, the noise they make when they hit each other. And I'm also going to make, so I'm going to put a picture up there in a sec, of an original 1930s beach pyjamas, and the lady has like a short sleeve kimono jacket thing that she wears over it, and I thought it would be a good alternative to a cardigan to go over the beach pyjamas. It could probably go over the shorts and the sailboat top, which I'm going to do in a navy linen to go over the top because it kind of goes quite well with that. And this one is from White Lodge Fabric. I'm not sure whether I'm going to line it or not. It's a tiny bit see-through, and I think it might just need like a cotton lawn lining or something on it, just to kind of give it a bit of substance to it, because I think it's just going to be too, you know, loose and drapey otherwise. But yeah, so those are the 4 things I have I have planned to make. And then I have, obviously I've got this jumper, I'm going to make a cardigan, I'm going to crochet a cardigan, and I'm also going to crochet a pair of sandals. We'll wait and see how they turn out. They're going to be in navy and white, so yeah, they're going to be interesting. I've ordered some soles, some wedge soles actually. They're supposed to be coming from Spain. Yeah, they're coming from Spain, and then I'm going to wear them when I go to Spain. So I've ordered them, but they haven't actually been dispatched yet, and that was over a week ago. So I'm going to send them an email today because I'm like, where are my soles? I need them. So I'm going to make those, and I also have a pair of beautiful shoes, absolutely beautiful shoes. Just 1 minute, I'm going to get them because I don't have them with me. So these are the shoes. Oh, they're beautiful. I absolutely love these shoes. They are so classically 1930s. Absolutely stunning. And if you can see, no, upside down. If you can see that, they're Royal Vintage Shoes. Never heard of this company? Go and look them up online, because they are incredible. Absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful kind of vintage inspired footwear. Just stunning. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to have those, and don't they go perfectly? So the crochet sandals will go with the beach pyjamas, and then these will then go with this jumper and my white skirt, and then I can mix and match the sandals or these with the shorts and the top. So that will create a nice little capsule wardrobe. I like taking a capsule wardrobe when I go on a holiday, because it just makes packing really, really easy. Yeah, so it's not a massive amount of things to do, but I think I'm going to enjoy them, because I literally, all I have made this year in terms of sewing is a hat, which you can see on my blog. But yeah, I don't know why. I've just been in a bit of a funny mood about sewing. I think it's been the weather. I like to curl up on the sofa and crochet when it's horrible weather, but the sun is out today. I'm talking about the weather again, aren't I? Yeah, I think now it's kind of sunny and a bit lighter every day. It kind of makes me want to sit at the sewing machine, which is a bit weird. You know, should make me want to go outside, but you know, it makes me excited for making holiday clothes anyway, so that's going to be my main focus this year. I do have a couple of projects planned for later on, but whether I'll kind of actually get around to them, I don't know, but I will keep you posted with those projects, and yeah, and I'll show you. Anyway, you can see this on the blog, by the way. I've done a blog post, an outfit post. I should have said that right at the beginning. Yes, so you can go and see this on the blog. I will put a link below, and yeah, outfit post. And actually, these shoes are in it because they go really well, and I got my white skirt on. I actually haven't done the post today. I haven't taken the photographs today. I just like wearing the same things over and over again. When I buy or I make something, I like to have it so that I can actually wear it. It's just an everyday item for me. I even when I buy vintage stuff, I don't like to buy, you know, kind of like ball gowns and that kind of thing, because I know I won't wear them. So I like to buy everyday clothing. And I like to make everyday clothing, although one day I'm going to make a nice beautiful 1930s elegant dress, you know, with a long train and everything, but I won't have anywhere to wear it. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now because this is going on and on and on. So yeah, thank you so much for watching again. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time.